Aniruddha Dutt. Aniruddha looking for Barreto, and he's won himself a corner. Girish Kamath concedes a corner. That's the first this evening for the after 8 on the right flank. Pritam Mahadik to take the corner. The new hairstyle that he arrived last week was Pritam Mahadik on the right flank. Corner, chance to score, but it goes above everyone. On the far end, side kick for the Knights. Meanwhile, might be an injury there. It looks like Masood Munshi is down. He looks to be fine. Side kick on the far end. Girish Kamath passing it on, and nicely cleared by Vinay Dias. Luka looking to keep it in. He's done it well. Pritam. Gaurav Adhikari, a superstar. Gaurav Adhikari there. Karan. Jersey number 10. A lot of responsibility automatically on your shoulder when on the back it's number 10. May that be football, may that be cricket. The legends of sport have had number 10 on their back. Meanwhile, Barreto again. Aniruddha Dutt passing it on, looking to keep possession, and that'll be a corner. Sufyan Jamadar tried his well to keep that in, but giving away a corner instead. In the 6th minute, and so 1-0 lead for the Knights against the after 8s. Rajiv Barreto to take the corner. Luka looking for the header, but that's collected nicely by Sufyan Jamadar. Gaurav Adhikari, Chaitanya Agarwal. Chaitu is the call on the far end, but good work by the after 8s. Luka. Is that a foul? Yes, it is. That's a free kick that has been awarded to the after 8s. They need that. They need to get the equalizer. About to enter the 7th minute, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Knights against the after 8s. Divesh Pavnani, Luka, Pritam, quite a powerful forwards for the after 8s. The wall is set. 4 in the wall there. It's difficult, the referee ensuring that the distance is maintained between the wall and the place from where the free kick is supposed to be taken. It's going to be Pritam passing it on to Masood, and off the wall. Vinay Dias, left footer, way above the crossbar. Sufyan Jamadar quickly takes the goal kick. Girish Kamath. Gaurav Adhikari. Gaurav, and that's going to be a foul. Pamnani was there on the attack, but it's a foul and free kick for the Knights. Gaurav. Nicely done there, looking for Chaitanya on the run, but Masood Munshi gives it back to Vinay Dias, who clears it. Pritam with the right footer. Good save, Sufyan Jamadar in the 8th minute. Diving to his right, and good save there, Sufyan. Scoreline stays at 1-0. Kamath on the far end. That's going to be a corner. Nicely done there by the Knights. The Knights, a stat which is mind-boggling is they have played 12 matches and not a single defeat for them. Their statistics read 12 matches, 7 victories, 5 draws, 26 points, and not a single defeat to the Knights Football Club. Whereas as far as the after 8 are concerned, they have had 12 matches, 6 victories, 2 defeats, 4 draws, 22 points. Remember, a victory gives 3 points and a draw gives a single point. And thus, with 7 victories and 5 draws, the Knights are with 26 points, whereas the after 8s, 6 victories, 2 draws with 22 points. Goal kick. Ball there, looking to keep it in control, not able to do that with the Knights. Ochani, that was just number 21. That's Gaurav Ochani. The far end still with keeping possession. Now the after it chance. Barreto shoots. And a good save by Sufyan Jamadar. He loaded the trigger. Shoot as well. But it was Sufyan Jamadar with yet another fabulous save this evening. Header. Is that going to be a corner? No, it's not. It's going to be a goal kick. Quickly taken as well. Side kick that was quickly taken. Vinedas passing it on. Luca. Barreto, and the flag is up. Offside is the decision given. Girish Kamath looking for Gaurav Adhikari. Gets Gaurav. Nicely done. And could be close there. An error by Gaurav Adhikari. But eventually nicely done by the Knights. Chaitanya. Karan. Gaurav, is that a foul? Yes, it is. And might be a booking. The first one this evening. And that looks to be Aniruddha Dutt. In the 10th minute. Jersey number 6, Aniruddha Dutt gets a yellow card in the 10th minute. Aniruddha Dutt in the 10th minute, a yellow card. So there we go, the first booking this evening of week number 13, and that's Aniruddha Dutt. Gaurav Adhikari. And in the attempt of looking for a defense, it's going to be a corner on the left flank far end. In the meanwhile, once again, it looks like Masood Munshi is down. We have physio stationed. The magic sprays, it definitely looks from this angle. Masood Munshi. Corner on the far end. In the meanwhile, Shetty, jersey number 4 for the after it, comes in as a replacement. Dhruv Shetty. Substitution. A forced one. In the meanwhile, and there goes the goal. Gaurav Adhikari. Brilliant stuff. Once again, a corner. Brilliantly taken by Karan Bhujbal in the 12th minute. And it's once again Gaurav Adhikari in the 12th minute. Gets the goal. And it's 2-0 the lead now for the Knights Football Club. From where did he come running? Absolute no idea to the after eights. But a brilliant assist once again by Karan Bhujbal in the corner. And a header gets the lead for the Knights by 2-0. It's looking to be the clear favourites, the Knights Football Club. Entering the 13th minute, and the 2 goals, just to give you a quick summary, in the 3rd minute it was Chaitanya Agarwal, in the 12th minute it was Gaurav Adhikari. 2-0 the lead for the Knights against the After 8 Football Club. Gaurav Adhikari, the goal scorer. Chaitanya Agarwal, the goal scorer as well. Aniruddha Dutt is on him. He's already got a yellow card, he'll have to be careful. Is Aniruddha Dutt, and that's being awarded as a goal kick. Vinedas with the goal kick. Taken to Shetty. Not able to keep that in control was Dhruv Shetty. Karan Bhujbal to take the side kick. The expert in assists is Karan Bhujbal. Good ball there, looking for Kamath. Just a few inches was the difference between the 3rd goal for the Knights. Headed by Kamath, kept in play. Bhujbal on the far end. Karan Bhujbal once again on the run in the penalty area. Collected well by Vinedas. Looking for the quick clearance as well. Not able to do that is Rajiv Barreto. Siddhant. Gaurav Adhikari. Girish Kamath. Back to Adhikari, and that's going to be a side kick. This occasion that has been awarded to the after eights. And collected well by Sufyan Jamadar. Look at his reach there. Nicely done by Sufyan Jamadar. Chaitanya. Side kick on the far end. Still keeping possession of the Knights FC. Oh, he lets it go. The after eight definitely under some pressure. This match, if the Knights FC win, they take the championship along with them. But if they don't, then this league is still wide open with the Gladiators also at 22 points along with After 8 FC with 22 as well. Chaitanya. Back to Vinay Dias. Looking for the clearance there. Divesh Pamnani. Divesh to Barreto. Rajiv Barreto back to Shetty. Back to Divesh Pamnani. Taken over by the Knights. Chaitanya on the far end. Looking to pass it on, but taken over by Aniruddha Dutt. Back to Vinay Dias. Looking for Luka. The far end, Luka. The left footer, but that's straight to Sufyan Jamadar. Kamath. Ochani. Gaurav Ochani, that is, of the Knights. Side kick on the far end. Looks like it's going to be that man again. That's Pritam Mahadik with the side kick on the far end. Divesh Pamnani. Gaurav Adhikari back to Dhruv Shetty. Dhruv! Not able to keep that in control was Dhruv Shetty. Long ball. Chaitanya and Vinay Dias. Vinay Dias thuds it out of the danger area. Pritam Mahadik. Perhaps looking for Luka. Too hard. So Masood Munshi is back. So Dhruv Shetty is out. No restrictions on the number of substitutions. Remember, at the Bodog Roots Premier League, a match of 50 minutes, 25 minutes, 2 halves, and not a single minute to be given as injury time or added time. And of course, when it's outside, it won't be a throw-in, but it's a side kick, as we like to call it, at the Roots Premier League. Pamnani not able to keep that in check. In the 18th minute. Coming up next is going to be HRX versus the Hobos Crunchers, but that's of course at 8 PM IST. We are at the St. Andrews Turf Park in the western suburbs. That's in Bandra West in Mumbai. It's a nice wind blowing here. It's the first week of June. We're expecting rains anytime. And in the meanwhile, that's another corner. So 2 goals the Knights have scored. Both have come off the header from a corner. So corner is always dangerous as far as the after eights are concerned, because both the goals that they've conceded were off the corners. Karan again header, but that's off the head of Gaurav Adhikari, off the back of Girish Kamath, and a goal kick. Barreto looking to keep it in. Nicely done, a side kick. Gaurav. Kamath. And that's a free kick awarded. Foul. Free kick to the after eights. Is it going to be Divesh Pamnani? It looks like it's Pritam Mahadik. Pritam looking for Luka, gets the header, but that's going to be a side kick. Goal kick, pardon me, for the Knights. Luka, right footer, nowhere near the target. Barreto. Desperate measures here for the after eights. They need to get a goal, then the equalizer, and then the lead if they wish to stay in the tournament. As of now, the Knights are taking away the crown of the Bodog Roots Premier League, the South Division, the Bandra South, that is. Passing it on, Kamath. Might have Hemnani as the substitution coming in for the After 8 Football Club. That's Siddhant Hemnani. Siddhant Hemnani for Divesh Pamnani. In the meanwhile, Pamnani gets the ball. So he's been asked to stay in play for a couple of more minutes. Barreto. Barreto and play on, says the referee. Bhujbal and Gaurav Adhikari can't go for that. That would have been an offside. Good call there. The meanwhile, Siddhant Hemnani is in for Divesh Pamnani. Barreto. Hemnani. Nicely done there by the Knights. Siddhant against Siddhant was that. Luka on the run in the penalty area. And it's going to be a yellow card, it looks like. For sure, yes. Kamath it is. Girish Kamath in the 21st minute. And that's a yellow card awarded to Girish Kamath, the second booking of this evening. Fortunately for the Knights, it was just outside the penalty area. So it of course won't be a penalty kick, but it'll be a free kick for the after eights. So 2 yellow cards this matchup. Aniruddha Dutt in the 10th minute, Girish Kamath in the 21st. Free kick now for the men in green. That's the after eights. Sufyan Jamadar ensures that the ball is perfectly made. Looking for the clearance. Yes, that's the goal off the wall. But that'll definitely be counted for as Pritam Mahadik. And that's the goal for Pritam Mahadik. So there goes the first one for the after eights. A comeback in the 22nd minute. Pritam Mahadik gets a goal off the free kick. And it's 2-1 now after eights score in the 22nd minute. It went off the wall, deflected off the wall, and the trajectory could not be perfectly read by Sufyan Jamadar, resulting in the first goal this evening for the after eights. 3 minutes remaining for the first half. Match number 1, week 13, Bandra South Division of the Bodog Roots Premier League. Pritam. Is that a foul? Yes, it is. Pritam with a free kick. Gets it off the deflection again, header, but Sufyan Jamadar collects it well, no error on this occasion. Venedas, Barreto. Passing it on, Barreto unable to keep that in control with the left footer of Aniruddha Dutt. Jersey number 11 of the Knights. That's Mohit Ochani is back on the ground. Chaitanya! Right footer. Could have been close to the right of Vinay Dias it was. But nonetheless. Dutt. Gaurav Adhikari, and that's a side kick. Back to Pritam, the goal scorer. Hemnani. Back to Pritam. Barreto. Back to Siddhant Hemnani. In the meanwhile, foul. A free kick that has been awarded to the after eights. They were asking for an advantage for the after eights, but denied by the referee. Free kick awarded to the men in green. Pritam Mahadik again. He's already scored a goal. Good chance for them to get an equalizer. Last minute of the first half. Good ball, looking for the header. Gets Luka as well. Deflected off his head, but that's going to be a goal kick for the Knights. Good ball. Header, and that goes from coast to coast. Nicely held by Vinay Dice. Last 10 seconds remaining for this first half. Again coast to coast. West to east this time. It's the last few seconds. Passing it on. Ochani. Looking to get and pass the ball, and there we go. The half-time whistle. 2-1 is the score for the Knights. 2 goals scored. Gaurav Adhikari 12th minute, Chaitanya Agarwal 3rd minute, and the first goal and the only one for the after eights was Pritam Mahadik in the 22nd minute. At the end of the first half, Knights lead over the after eights 2-1. Yes, it's time for the second half of match number 1, week 13, Bandra South Division of the Bodog Roots Premier League. It's the Knights versus after 8, and what a top goal scoring first half we have had. 3 goals scored in the first half, 2 by the Knights, 1 by the after 8, so the match is still on. And just to give you a quick update on the points table, if the Knights Football Club win this match, they take the championship along with them. They are with 26 points, so victory will ensure that they get 29. After 8 will be out, and if the Gladiators win both their remaining matches, the max that they can get is 6 points. So from 22, all they can get is 28. And after 8, if they lose this, they stay at 22. Even if they win the next week, they still get to 25. But however, if the Knights win this one, they're up to 29. And they might be crowned as the champions. That is, of course, if they win this matchup. So very important match this is. What a start the Knights had. In the 3rd minute, Chaitanya Agarwal scored. In the 12th minute, Gaurav Adhikari took the lead with 2-0. But in the 22nd minute, Pritam Mahadik got the first goal for the after 8s. In the 27th minute, Pritam. Luka. It's the after 8s in the green jersey, scoring from right to left. Whereas the Knights will be going from left to right now. Luka. Still with Luka, looking for Aniruddha Dutt. Aniruddha has won himself a side kick on the far end. Looking for the headers. Masood Munshi gets it on the wrong end of his forehead. Gaurav Adhikari. Back to Sufyan Jamadar. Ball there, but he gets no support on the far end. Nobody was there, as a matter of fact. So what a brilliant league this is turning out to be, and this was. We are almost to the end of it. Week 13, and the next week will be done by the spring season of the Bodog Roots Premier League. Always important to thank our sponsors. Our title sponsor Bodog, branding partner The Flag Company, hydration partner Miqua, beverage partner Raw Pressery, getting you live coverage on our Facebook page and YouTube channel of the Roots Premier League. Thanks to our broadcast partners, One Place Sports, Gaurav Adhikari, Chaitanya Agarwal. Back to Girish Kamath and scores! Karan Bhujbal, that was, pardon me, with the left footer. And Karan Bhujbal, the top assist, scores in the 28th minute. Is a goal, and 3-1 take the lead, the Knights Football Club. Again they extend the lead by 2 goals. Super stuff there by Karan Bhujbal, jersey number 10. So, the Knights Football Club, they definitely got their best game today when it was needed, because this victory will mean that nobody can surpass them on the points table, and they'll be crowned as the champions of the Bandra South Division of the Bodog Roots Premier League. Karan. Back to Karan, that's a foul there. Yes, Pritam Mahadik unhappy with the decision given by the referee. He feels that's quite a lot of occasions that an aggressive tackle he was subjected to. But still, just 2 yellow cards that we have seen. In the 10th minute was Aniruddha Dutt, 21st minute was Girish Kamath. Pritam Mahadik with the free kick. Is he going for goal? He is, but to the left of Sufyan Jamadar. Off the head of Karan Bhujbal, and that's going to be a side kick on the far end. Good ball there, unable to keep that in check was Siddhant Hemnani, jersey number 10 of the after 8s. In the meanwhile, we might have a goalkeeper change. So in place of Vinay Dias, in comes Anthony Wright. In one of the previous weeks, when Vinay Dias was sent off with a red card, we'd seen Anthony Wright fulfilling and taking up the responsibility of being a goalkeeper, and he did that very well. Chaitanya Agarwal on the right flank, and he was asking for a corner, denied though. It looks like Vinay Dias might come back as a forward. Meanwhile, cleared away by the Knights. Tejas, Barreto, Still with the after eights. Back to Anthony Wright. Clears, but that's perhaps from coast to coast, or the flag is up. Offside is the signal given. Nonetheless, that'll be a goal kick. Meanwhile, Divesh Pamnani might be back in as a substitute. Remember, no restrictions on the number of substitutions at the Bodog Roots Premier League. Chaitanya. Karan Bhujbal on the run. Anthony Wright. And could be a goal there. Yes, it is. Karan Bhujbal once again in the 31st minute. And that's the fourth one. 4-1 is the lead for the Knights. Is that game set and match for the Knights Football Club? Are we getting the champions of the Bandra South Division, the Knights Football Club? They have taken a lead by 4-1. The after eights are unhappy by what is happening. But in the meanwhile, Karan Bhujbal, 2 goals, 28th minute and the 31st minute. And it's a 4-1 lead for the Knights against the after eight. The meanwhile, jersey number 5 after 8, Bilal Zaveri might be given a yellow card. Yes, because there were already 8 players on ground and he was on the ground as well. So jersey number 5, Bilal Zaveri, a yellow card. It's very well done there by the match officials. Always difficult being the referees. A thankless job. You give a decision, will always be subjected to criticism. But we have had some amazing match officiating done at the Bodog Roots Premier League. Meanwhile, side kick for the Knights. They'll be mighty happy right now, the Knights Football Club. Mighty confident as well. 4-1. 2 goals scored today by Karan Bhujbal, 1 by Chaitanya Agarwal, 1 by Gaurav Adhikari. So the best players of the Knights have come out with their perfect mood and the perfect flow in this all-important matchup, which might just crown them as the champions of the Bandra South Division of the Bodog Roots Premier League. Good attempt taken there, but that's above the crossbar. Good long ball. And that goes from coast to coast. That's exactly what the Knights will be looking for. Can afford to waste time. They can afford to just give the long ball. The reason being they have a lead by 3 goals, which is very difficult right now for the after eights to make a comeback. Meanwhile, free kick has been awarded to the Knights. Karan Bhujbal with the free kick. Is he going for goal? Is he looking for possession? And cleared by Anthony Wright. Barreto. Pamnani. Chaitanya Agarwal passing it, but it was Kamath unable to reach there. In the meanwhile, we might have a substitution, and that's Vinay Dias wants to come back in place of Luca. So Luca taking a breather, and Vinay Dias takes his place on the forward line. Looking to get the goals. They need to score 3 more to equalize against the Knights and then take the lead. It's going to be an uphill task. They'll have to move an entire mountain, not an uphill task. It's a mighty task. Okay, and nicely collected there. As we get updates from our match officials, it's Tambe on the far end there. The assistant referee with the perfect decisions that he's been given throughout the Roots Premier League. 15 minutes remaining in the 35th minute that we have entered. Back to Chaitanya Agarwal. Adhikari unable to reach that. Collected by Anthony Wright. Long ball. Vinay Dias. Back to Sufyan Jamadar without any hesitation. Collects it easy. Oh, look at the height on that one. It's straight to us in the com box. A camera crew left. You need to be careful of that. It's nicely done eventually. Barreto. Barreto has kept it in. Nicely done. Bhujbal. The far end Gaurav Adhikari. It's back to Tejas. And no man's land. Aniruddha Dutt. Barreto, that was, pardon me. The far end now, that's Aniruddha Dutt with the right footer, but that won't trouble Sufyan. The meanwhile, substitution might have Shalin Gandhi coming in for Mohit Ochani. Jersey number 8 of the Knights. That's Shalin Gandhi on the field. Long ball. Gaurav Adhikari gets the touch, but that's a foul as well. So free kick it is going to be once again for the Knights. The ball, ensuring that the ball is maintaining the distance. Is it going to be Kamath? Looks like to Chaitanya Agarwal, but that's a foul there. Meanwhile, you might have a substitution. Bilal Zaveri might be coming in. Jersey number 5, that is being given a yellow card in the 32nd minute. Back to Bilal. Divesh. Bilal. Chaitanya. Gaurav. And offside. Whoa, the flag was up. That could have been the 5th one on the board. But the flag is up. Offside is the decision. Pritham. Back to Barreto. Pamnani. Is he looking for Vinay Dash? Difficult. Back to Pritham. In the 39th minute. Side kick for the Knights on the left flank. Kamath. In the meanwhile, you might have Luka coming in, standing up. Kamath. Good ball, chested, kept in. Masood Munshi. Pritham. Pritham looking for Vinay Dias, but brilliant work once again by Sufyan Jamadar. Sufyan just eating up a few seconds there. Chaitanya's Agarwal's shin pads are again out. It's perhaps the 5th occasion this evening that his shin pads are out. Meanwhile, Luka is back in for Divesh Pamnani. Long ball and the flag is up. Offside is the decision given. Play on, says the referee. Luka on the run on the left flank. Chance there for Luka. And good save on the return again. Brilliant stuff there, Sufyan Jamadar. Brilliant work there by the goalkeeper of the Knights Football Club, Sufyan. Brilliant stuff. The 40th minute, two back-to-back saves from Sufyan Jamadar. Gaurav Adhikari. Gaurav passing it along well. Good ball, right footer, looking for the header. Chaitanya Agarwal gets it way too high on his head. So that goes above the crossbar. Meanwhile, Chaitanya Agarwal coming in for a break after a brilliant work. And in comes jersey number 99. That's Tejas Todo. The first time perhaps you've seen Tejas Todo on the ground. But he's in for Chaitanya Agarwal. Chaitanya deserves a much deserved break there, because no need of scoring more goals for the Knights. What's important for them is the fall back and the defense now. Vinay Kamath still on the run. As Kamath was down there, back up. Is he loading the trigger? No. Good defense there by Vinay Das, and that's going to be a side kick as good as a corner on the right flank for the Knights. Ball the header cleared. Right footer there was D'Souza, and that's straight to Tony Wright. Now collected well. Aniruddha Dutt, and that's an outside the far end. In the meanwhile, Mohit Ochani back in. Marianus D'Souza has taken a breather. Kamath unhappy with the decision there, but that's a free kick awarded to the after eights. Right footer. Luka to keep that in check there. Barreto, right footer, looking for the header, and that's in! That's the goal there. Luka with the header, with the soft touch. And goal number 2 for the after eights. Luka gets the goal. Is there still something in this matchup? In the 43rd minute, Luka Petraka scores, and it's 2-4 now. After eights, they need to get 2 more goals to get the equalizer. Header. Tony collects it well. Pritam Madik. The far end there. Chance. Luka, the goal scorer. 2 goals that have been scored by the after eights. The first one in the 29th, the 22nd minute by Pritam Madik, and then in the 43rd minute by Luka. Barreto. Left footer, that goes on the far end there of Siddhant Hemnani. Long ball to Shalin Gandhi. Chaitanya does not get the connection. 6 more minutes remaining. Can this be enough time for the after eights FC to make a comeback? They are still trailing by 2 goals. Let it go. Tony Wright collects it well. 5.5 minutes remaining. Masood Munshi passing it well. Are the Knights still with the after eights though? Hemnani on the run. Good work by Siddhant Hemnani. But eventually, possession, he gives it away. And Sufyan Jamadar lets it go. Yes, he can afford to do that. The Knights FC, the meanwhile, Divesh Pamnani might be back in. Exactly 45 minutes on the clock. 5 more minutes remaining. In those 5 minutes, do we have the champions of the South Division Or do we have the after eights still being in contention to be crowned as the champions? Tony Wright. Long throw there, but nobody to get the support. Not Pritam Mahadik either. Still with the Knights. Nicely done there. Kamath. Chaitanya. Chaitanya looking for Shalin Gandhi. Back to Chaitanya. Cleared there, and Sufyan Jamadar lets it go. Kamath. Long ball, header. Gaurav Adhikari, could be a chance for Gaurav. Perhaps hard with that right footer was Gaurav, while he was looking to keep possession of it. Nonetheless, scoreline still stays at 4-2 in favour of the Knights.
Bilal. Billu. Bilal. Ball. Hey, are you dumb? Give the ball. What are you doing over there? Gaya already. Gaya baad mein.
Passing it on. The Knights. Gaurav Adhikari. Tony. And is that going to be a corner? Yes, it is for the Knights. 3 minutes remaining on the clock, as we have entered the 48th minute now. Keeping possession, the Knights. Sensibly done. The far end. Karan. Left footer. Gaurav Adhikari. Does he shoot? No, he still does not. Whose side is it? Meanwhile, that's going to be a card there. Red card. So he's been sent off. Aniruddha Dutt has been sent off in the 48th minute. Aniruddha Dutt has been sent off. A red card to him. 2 penalties, 2 fouls, 2 bookings. The first one that he had was in the 10th minute. And in the 48th minute, the second yellow card. And he has been sent off.
Rajiv, 2 minutes.
Aniruddha Dutt needs to quickly clear the area, because that's when there can be a chance for after eights to make a comeback. Aniruddha Dutt in the 48th minute has been sent off with 2 yellows and does a red card. Shetty. Dhruv Shetty, a minute and a half remains. Masood. A minute and 20 seconds remain. Gaurav Adhikari keeping possession. Nicely done. Kamath. The far end still with the Knights. Bhujbal. Vinay Das. Himnani, and gets the clearance there, and that's going to be a side kick on the left flank, as good as a corner there, conceded by Melanis D'Souza in the 50th minute. And this evening we might just get the champions of the Bandra South Division of the Bodog Roots Premier League with 26 points. The Knights, with this victory, they'll go on to 29, and that is going to be the champions of the Roots Premier League. In the meanwhile, is that a foul there? Is that a foul? Yes, it is. That has been given as a foul in the 50th minute, as just a few minutes remain. Almost 50 minutes on the clock. But nonetheless, it could only be an added goal to the after eights, and they won't be able to equalize with the Knights. It's 50 minutes on the clock, and after eights have a free kick to be taken. inside the penalty area is a free kick. But nonetheless, it's the Knights who are going to be the champions of the Bandra South Division. The reason being it's 50 minutes already on the clock. And even if this goal is scored, still won't be counted for. Cleared, and there we get it. The champions of the Bandra South Division of the Bodog Roots Premier League are the Knights Football Club, owned by Anuj Jain. The Knights with this victory go to 29 points, and that will be the champion team of the Bandra South Division. The 8th victory for them, along with 5 draws, 29 points, and the match ends at 4-2 for the Knights against the After 8, and the champions of the Bandra South Division are the Knights Football Club.